Welcome, everyone. This is a very special episode of USF Housing Live. We're going to be with you for 1 hour answering your questions in real time. We are broadcasting right here in Juniper Poplar Hall on campus. It's going to be great. We're going to learn the identity of Green Man, who you'll see at the football games, and we've got an amazing studio audience, so let's roll. Gregory Bowers, Dasha Antipova, Stephanie Jockman, Geraldine Paredes, Andel Husbands, Oliver Vera, Jack Dickens, Nyrene Orisha, Max Morinelli, Courtney Cadogan, Sierra Rose. Tuesday, June 27th, 2017. Coming to you from the beautiful University of South Florida campus in Tampa, it's USF Housing. Welcome, everyone. My name is Gregory Bowers, and this is USF Housing Live, brought to you by Housing Residential Education at the beautiful University of South Florida in Tampa. Our motto, best place to live, best place to work, and best place to learn. We've got a great group of experts. We're going to be meeting them in just a moment. And of course, I want you to meet Green Man, but that's going to be coming up in just a moment. We'll get to find out the identity of this Green Man personality out there. And so he's very freaky looking. I can't wait to find out who he is. But first, I want to have some fun. We've got a live studio audience with us tonight of Summer B students. How are we doing, audience? All right, everyone. And so we thought it'd be a lot of fun to actually involve them. So we've got a few finalists out there, but they don't know who they are. They're going to get chosen to come up here and have some fun with us right here live on the set during the show. So I thought it'd be a good time for us to do that. So let me go ahead and say we are going to play a game called Necessities. You might be wondering, what is necessities? Well, a lot of you watching are getting ready to move in for grand opening in the fall. By the way, Thursday, August 17th. And so there are a lot of items you're thinking about buying, stuff you have at home you don't want to bring with you. We're going to have a little fun. We've got a few choice items we're going to find out and work with one of our audience members to see if these items are good ideas to bring to college or maybe not so great ideas. So without further ado, if your name is Jenna, come on down. You're on Necessities. Jenna has no idea what's about to happen. She was kind enough to agree to do this. I don't know why you did. Oh, my goodness. So, Jenna, welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami.
And what are you going to be studying here?
Communication Sciences and Disorders.
Communication Sciences and Disorders. Excellent. And so, have you already had a lot of schoolwork in the first 2 days?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like some more? Get her some homework. Can we do that? Can we get some extra? Yeah, we'll get you some extra homework, absolutely. So we're going to play Necessities, and so Courtney's just offset here. She's going to hand you some items. Actually, take a little step back there, and so she's going to hand you different items. I want you to help me, and audience, I want you to help us figure out if it's a good item to bring or not so great of an item to bring. So Courtney, let's get our first item. Okay, what is that exactly? If you can show the camera there, what have we got?
It looks like a notebook. Planner.
Looks like a planner. So is that something you need to bring to college?
I'd say yeah.
Say yeah?
Yeah.
You might think yes, but guess what? All of you are going to get free planners provided by student government. How's that sound? Free stuff? Everyone likes free stuff? Absolutely. So I know we threw you a curveball. Yes, you need it, but you don't really. So let's hand that back and see what else we've got. Some other items. All right, what's our next item, Jenna? What is that?
Umbrella.
Let's see that exactly. So is that a good idea? Do we need one of those? Is that a good one? Oh, did I just freak everybody out? Yeah? That's right. I live dangerously, folks. That's right. Do you need an umbrella, Jenna?
Yes.
I would say, what do you think, audience? Yes. That's right. The skies open up every day at 3 o'clock, okay, and just it rains down on us. So an umbrella, definitely something to bring. Those of you who aren't from Florida, you're going to need an umbrella. Make sure you pack one. All right, what else we got over there?
Bunny.
Oh, a little bunny. Actually, I think it's a puppet. If you want to talk to anyone back at home, you can do it in a very gentle and nurturing way. Yeah, and so your favorite stuffed animal. Folks, your favorite stuffed animal, do you bring it or do you leave it at home?
I would bring it. I would bring it.
You bring it? You totally bring it. Absolutely. You want to feel comfortable. We want you to feel comfortable here on campus. And so if that's what it takes to help get you there, we want you to bring your favorite stuffed animal. So please, go ahead and bring it. All right, what else have we got back there? What is this? Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, what do you think this might be?
Curtain.
A shower curtain. Does she need a shower curtain, folks?
No.
Why not?
They already have one.
Oh, very good. Someone's been reading the website. All right, I like that, Jenna. That's great. Yeah, so we provide shower curtains in all the spaces on campus. You can bring one if you want. There's going to be Target Takeover, shameless plug, which happens shortly after we open, and so you can go ahead and get your own, but we're actually going to provide them, so you don't need to bring your own shower curtain. All right, let's see what else we got. We got a few more minutes here.
Sock.
Oh, a sock. Oh, a lucky sock. Just one sock, though. Okay, is that your sock? Where did that come from? How did we?
Not my sock.
Okay, do you bring your lucky sock, Jenna?
I don't really have a lucky sock, but if I had one, I guess I'd bring it.
Okay, all right. Audience, does anyone out there have a lucky sock? Show of hands. Anyone got a lucky sock out there? Anyone? Anyone? No one? This dude's over here shaking his head like, no way, dude. No way. All right, so lucky sock, we're not sure. Mixed reviews. Tell us in the comments if you should bring your lucky sock. Jenna, what else do we have over there?
Ramen.
Oh, ramen noodles. Okay. Audience, anyone out there got ramen noodles packed back in their room? Yeah, go ahead, admit it. Okay. So, Jenna, is ramen something that you need to bring to college?
Not if you have a meal plan.
Ooh, that's smart. Someone works for dining. Okay, that's great. Yeah, not if you have a meal plan. Of course, all of our first-year students do have meal plans on campus. I promise, we're not paying Jenna. That's a really good answer. Yeah, so you don't need to bring ramen. I want to remind folks, and I hope the good people that make this product will understand, but it's not necessarily a full meal. I don't recommend you eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it is a little snack some of our students do enjoy. But I don't think it's the healthiest. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying. All right, what else we got back there?
Shower caddy.
Ooh, shower caddy. Do you need a shower caddy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone out there is ready. Everyone got their shower caddy out there in the audience? Summer Bee students, get your shower caddies. What do you use a shower caddy for somebody who's never heard of it?
You put the stuff you need in the shower, like soap and whatever else you use in the shower.
Bring your soap, bring your shampoo. What's the thing called for the back? A loofah? What's the name of that? I
loofah?
don't use one, so, you know. I do shower once a week, though, I promise. All right, so that's great. What else do we have back there, Jenna?
Painter's tape.
Oh, painter's tape. So does anyone out there need painter's tape? Do you need tape in your room?
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, I use command strips.
There you go. Command strips is a good one. The reason we want to bring out tape because there's something we've heard some people do we don't want you to do, and that's draw a line down the middle of your room for your roommate on one side and you on the other. So if anyone's thinking about doing that, stop yourself, not cool, back up, take a moment, okay? You don't want to use tape for that purpose. So let's go ahead and hand that back over there. What else do we have?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Do you need toilet paper?
No. No.
You don't. You don't need to bring it. Unless you live in an apartment. So those of you in suites, traditional style, we're going to have toilet paper provided for you. But for everyone else, just know you're going to have for those of you in apartments, bring your toilet paper, okay? And so that's good to know. Apartment dwellers, bring your toilet paper. Everyone else, it's going to be stocked up for you. And suites, we're going to clean those bathrooms and refill the TP every week for you. So it's time for our last item. So we have one more item we're going to check here. So Jenna, let's see. Is this something you need to bring to campus? What is that exactly?
A huddle throw?
It is a huddle throw. It's really good. It's as if it was written on a tag right on the item. That's excellent. And so let's show everyone at home there what you got there. And so do you need to bring a blanket with you to USF?
Yeah.
Why? It's hot here.
I mean, it could be cold in your room.
It could be cold in the room. That's right. You're from Florida.
Yeah.
And so I know when it gets below 80 degrees in Florida, we're all in sweaters and everything. And so, Jenna, we think it'd be nice for you to take that home. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. That sounds fantastic.
Thank you so much for joining us. And stick right there. I want to let everyone know we've got a whole lot more Housing Live coming your way right after this.
So for the football games, a group of friends and I all get together and we take the Bull Runner to Raymond James Stadium and we tailgate and then we all go into the game together. I always take the Bull Runner to and from the games. They always pick you up before and then I think there's a bus in between at halftime and then when it's over. I really like the band. It's really fun to see them all perform. It's really loud. Attending football games really brings us all together as a community. We're all cheering together, so it gets everybody excited. For incoming freshmen that are coming in excited about football games, I would just say to try and get involved as much as possible. Really just let loose and not worry about what anyone thinks and yeah, just try and have as much fun as you can because it's really exciting. I mean, I expected it to be like really big, but I mean, you can't know until you're actually there. It's huge. There's so many people. People like go crazy, do face paint and dress up. It's really, really exciting. Going to football games brings all of my friends together because we all like dress up together. We all like buy face paint and glitter and cheer together and.
All right, welcome back everyone. For those of you just joining us, my name is Gregory Bowers and this is USF Housing Live, brought to you by USF Housing and Residential Education. If you have any questions during the program at any time, go ahead and type them in the comments. They'll send them to me right here on the set and we'll answer them in real time for you. So we're going to go ahead and do the great reveal of this character called Green Man. So can we get the camera on Green Man over there? There's Green Man. It's time for the unmasking. Let's find out who is Green Man. Come on. Oh my goodness.
How you doing,
Oh
Greg?
my. Oh my. For those of you who don't know, it's my nemesis, Emmanuel Isaacoff, who's also a resident assistant. I can't believe this is happening. And so we're going to have police escort you off in just a moment. But we'll be talking to you if they don't escort you off. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Are you confused?
A little.
Like you normally are. Okay, and so another guest we're going to talk with today is Dave Kloiber. Dave, you're our Assistant Director for Assignments, and you're coming back yet again. So happy to have you. Welcome.
Great to be back, Greg.
Well, are you ready to answer tons of questions?
I am.
Great. We'll be saving those for you in a few minutes.
Awesome.
But first, I want everyone to meet Chris Haynes from Education Abroad. Chris, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Greg.
And so I've got some questions already set up here for you. For anyone with an Education Abroad question, send them our way. I'll ask them of Chris right here during the show. You ready to get started?
I sure am.
Okay, so if you could tell us, who are you and what do you do here?
Well, I'm Chris Haynes, and I'm the Student Program Coordinator for Education Abroad here at USF. And my main role and my main responsibility is to spread the word about study abroad and what opportunities are out there for all of our students here on campus.
So tell me, when is the best time to study abroad?
That's a great question. And there is a great time to study abroad for everybody. We can go abroad at any time in their college career, but the best time to really focus on study abroad is going into their sophomore year. If you study abroad early enough, you're not going to be into your major courses quite yet. You can find a wide variety of study abroad programs. And if you want to go again, you can definitely do that too.
And so how do students pay for their trip?
That's my most popular question. So we have developed programs around students' needs and their financial aid. So students can use their financial aid packages to help support their study abroad experiences. We also have Education Abroad scholarships, and we've even partnered up with the Office of National Scholarships to highlight larger scholarships on a national scale to help support study abroad experiences.
So how do students get access to those other scholarship opportunities?
It's a great question. So if they go to our website, we have a student section, and under that section we do have a scholarships and funding page where students can go explore their opportunities outside of our office and on the national level as well.
Awesome. And so another question for you here. Thinking about students with specific majors, let's say they're in engineering, they're in nursing, they're looking for an opportunity tailored for them. Is that something available?
Everybody here at USF can study abroad. We develop programs specific to all majors. For example, we have a wonderful program for our engineering students in Costa Rica where we actually bring USF faculty to that country so they can study under their guidance and direction. We also have partner institutions around the world that have a wide variety of courses available, and they include all majors as well. So yes, everybody can study abroad, and we hope they explore their options.
And so what about housing accommodations? Of course, we're talking about housing today. And so where do they live when they study abroad? How's that work?
That's a great question as well. Students live all over the place. It really depends on the program. We have programs where they're traveling across Europe. They may be staying at hotels during their time abroad. We also have programs on other university campuses, and we even offer homestays as well if the students really want that immersive experience.
So what is a homestay?
A homestay is where a student will live with a host family in that country. So these are natives to that location, and they're going to give you the best insight on where to go, what to do, and they'll even provide your local meals for you as well.
Very cool. What about language requirements? I'm sure you get that question all the time. Do they have to know the language where they're going?
They don't, and that's kind of one of the myths of study abroad. Do I have to speak the language to go overseas? And the answer is no. The majority of our programs are taught in English. However, we do have language-based courses. So if you're studying a language, what better opportunity to actually learn and acquire that language other than going abroad? You know, live in that country, experience, and you're surrounded by that language 24/7.
That's so very cool. And so let's say I'm one of those students. What are my first steps? How do I get this started?
The best place to start, you can come to my office. I'm in the Marshall Student Center on the 3rd floor. They put me in the corner there, so come find me so I can provide those next steps. And if I'm not there, I have my global ambassadors and other student recruiters. And students can also start with their academic advisors. Their academic advisors are going to help them identify programs, or excuse me, times to go, and also what classes they're going to need to be looking for and or saving for a study abroad experience in the future.
So you were telling me a little bit where you are in the Marshall Center. Let's help our students out. I'm sure a lot of folks in the audience would like to know. How do they find your office?
So if you go to the Marshall Student Center, you can ask the front desk right there where Education Abroad is. Again, we're up on the 3rd floor. If you take the elevators, take a left, follow the railing around, and you'll run into my office in room 3301.
Cool. And so can they just yell Education Abroad just walking around the 3rd floor? Will you come out and find them?
It's encouraged, yeah. So please yell, scream our names. We will come out. We will find you. We want to talk to every student. We want to make sure that we find the right program for them. So we want to have those conversations and make sure we find the specific program according to their needs, their major, and the location they want to go to.
And so a question I'd like to know is about how many students do this every year?
That's a great question. We have roughly around 2,000 students go abroad each academic year. The most popular time to go is in the summer. That's when students have a little bit more free time. They can get rid of their summer requirements as well by going on our programs. And during that time, we send about 800 to 900 students overseas, all over the globe. We're on every single continent, and that does include Antarctica.
And so, really?
It does.
That sounds much cooler than Florida. So.
It'll cool you down for sure.
Wow, what an experience. And so how long are these trips? I mean, do they vary?
They do, they do. We offer programs 365 days a year. So we have programs that last a week, say for spring break, and all the way up to an academic year. So if you want to spend some really, really immersive time abroad, you can do it for a year. Or if you want to find something a little more customizable to your needs, you can even go in the summer or even winter term.
Let's ask our audience, show of hands, how many folks out there are interested in going abroad? You would love to go abroad and get out there. Look at that. I figured I saw a lot of eager students out there. And so Chris will be here, right? We'll get your emails. Definitely want to get you set up and start learning about the opportunity. So that's so very cool. So if we want to talk to past study abroad participants, we want to hear what their experience was like, how do we do that?
Yeah, so that's another role in my job is after students go and have an amazing experience abroad, they can come back and join the Global Ambassador Program. These are returned students that have had amazing experiences overseas, and they want to kind of give back to the USF community and help recruit that next wave of study abroad participants. So they can, again, reach out to me in my office, and whether they want to go to South Korea or Peru or Russia or anywhere in the world, we have students that have been there and done that, so they can reach out and I can get them in contact with those students.
Wow, that is so awesome. And so we just have a few seconds left, but can you share what advice do you have for students who are considering this? I mean, what student is ready for the study abroad opportunity?
Take the leap. Come talk to me at the very least and explore your options. Let's leave no stone left unturned. Let's look at all your opportunities and we'll talk about finances. We'll talk about classes. We'll talk about timing. We'll do our very, very best to find that right experience for you and then just go for it.
All right, that sounds awesome. Yeah. Well, let's hear it for Chris Haynes, everyone. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the program. I hope we can get you back again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, and so we're going to take a short break, everyone. We're going to see our next segment of A Year with Ondell, and we have a fun video about the dirty D word. More USF Housing Live coming your way right after this.
My favorite part about being in the Caribbean Cultural Exchange is that even though we're from different countries and different islands, we have so many similarities and it's easy for us to connect while at the same time learning about the different cultures. The goal of the organization is in the name itself, Caribbean Cultural Exchange. It's a place for Caribbean students to come together and learn about the different cultures because even though it's one place, we're all so different. Besides the annual Mr. International and Miss International competition, we have our general body meetings, which is a great way to get involved. You can just come take part in anything we throw. And if you had a stressful week, we also throw events once in a while, which is the perfect place to come and experience different cultures in their full glory, and it's the perfect place to wind down. Being in an international organization, you get the chance to meet other international students, and they themselves would have met other international students, and you just form this big network. It's important to join an org because you're here for 4 years, you want to try your best to try new things, and joining an org is the perfect place to see what you're capable of and learn new things and basically meet new people.
I know, she said dorm. We're on it, okay? Yes, got it. Yes, sir, I'll release the hounds.
Avoid using the dirty D word. We aren't saying the scene you just witnessed will happen, but we also aren't saying the scene you just witnessed won't happen. In fact, we're barely saying anything at all. While I have your attention, how about you learn about the USF Residence Hall Association?
All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is USF Housing Live, and we are doing our first game show of Season 3. We're going to play a little game called The Bulls Are Right. And so it has no relation to any other game show. Okay, they took it from us. Okay, so we have some contestants out in the audience. They have no idea if it's them. What we're going to be playing for first, and I'll explain the game in a moment, is this adorable stuffed monkey wearing a USF shirt. And so I hope you too are bananas for that monkey. That's right. Oh, I know. I earned that. Okay, so let's call up our next contestant. So if your name is Raven, come on down. Let's hear it for Raven, everybody. Raven had no idea if she'd be chosen to come up here on the set with us tonight. She's going to be playing a little game. So Raven, just make your way right on over here. And you can wave home to everyone on the camera. All right. So Raven, where are you from?
I'm from Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, Florida. Anyone from Kissimmee out there? Woo! Okay, we got 2 people, but they're very loud. That's good. What are you studying, Raven?
Health science.
Health science?
Yes.
Do you think that has prepared you to play a little pricing game with us?
We'll see.
Okay, so that monkey I just showed everyone, that is the item. And what we've done here is we're playing a little game called One Away. We have the wrong price in the center of the board there. And you have to choose the correct number for every digit in the price. It's either 1 higher or 1 lower. You're going to get 2 strikes and you don't get the monkey, but if you get all the way through and get the correct retail price from our campus bookstore, you'll be going home with that prize. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now Raven, also, I want you to know the audience is here to help you. They want to see you win. Don't you, audience? Yeah. So audience, you are welcome to yell out, call out, help Raven get it. So we're going to start with the very first digit here. It's not a 2. Is it a 3 or a 1? Feel free to help her out, folks.
1?
Are you sure? It's a lot riding on this. You only get 2 strikes. Just want to make sure.
Okay, then let's go with 1.
We're going to go with 1. Okay, here we go. Let's put a 1 up there. And so it's not a 2, it's a 1. And so is it a 1? I hear dings and woos. That is a good sign. All right, so it is a 1. The next digit, is it a 3 or a 1? 3. Tough one.
All right, 3.
You're just going to let him boss you around like that?
I need some help.
Okay, all right, let's see. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the 3 off of there. Let's put on the 3. So let's ask, is it a 3? Wow, Raven, you're doing pretty well. Okay, you got 2 strikes, you got 2 digits left. This is going to be pretty easy. I think you can do this, okay? Now, the next digit, is it a 1 or a 9?
I can say 9, yeah.
Oh, you even asked. You didn't even help that time. Okay. All right, so we're going to put a 9 up there, and let's see. Let's see if we got it. So tell us, is it a 9? All right, it's so crazy they know the price already. Okay, and so 1 to go. I think you can do this. Is it an 8 or a 6? Help her out, audience.
Yeah. 8.
We're going to go with 8. Let's go ahead, change that up there, and put a little 8 on there. Okay, so we're now going to ask, is the retail price of this, I wish I was the USF Bull Monkey, $13.98? All right, Raven, you have won. Let's hear it for Raven, everybody. Thank you so much for playing. And so now it's time for our next pricing game. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask for Will to come on down. All right, and so Will, we have got quite a prize for you. Come on over here. This is your chance to wave at everyone at home and say hello.
Hi.
So, Will, where are you from?
Riverview, Florida.
Riverview, Florida, everybody. Anyone from Riverview? Anyone? We got Dave over there.
Okay.
Okay, so we got one person. That's okay. And so it's a nice, stable community if Dave is there. He's a very nice neighbor. You're going to be playing for this superb USF banner. Okay? Take it in. This is going to be tough. You got to earn this. Are you ready?
That's a good dorm.
Okay, so we're going to put this into your residence hall room if you can get the price right. So here we go. Remember what we talked about with the game a moment ago? Mm-hmm. The wrong price is listed. The correct digit is either above or below. So we're going to start. Is it a 3 or is it a 1? And feel free to help Will out, audience.
I think it's a 3.
You think it's a 3?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and try that. So let's see. Is it a 3? Not bad. Okay, we're feeling pretty good. You got 2 strikes left still. All right. The next digit, is it a 6 or a 4?
4. They're saying 4, so I'm going with the 4.
You're gonna just
I'm gonna go
again. You're gonna let them push you around.
I mean, they seem to be right. So.
Okay. Yeah, they have helped you so far, Will. So okay, let's see. Let's see. So, is it a 4? Okay, pretty good, pretty good. We got 2 to go. You got 2 strikes. I think you can do this. Is the next digit a 1 or a 9?
9. Since most stuff is $34.99 or something ending in a 9, I'll go with a 9.
Okay, we're going to see if Will's logic is going to serve him well. Let's go ahead and put a 9 up there. Is it a 9? Okay, all right. I think you're going to win, but we got to get there. Can we do it? Is it a 0 or an 8?
I'm going to go with the 8.
Wow, okay, let's see. I don't know. Okay, we're going to put the 8 up there. So now we're going to ask our audience, is the final retail price of this USF banner $34.98? You have won, Will. Take that away with you. Woo! All right, thank you very much for playing. Let's hear it for Will, everyone. Great job, great job. So everyone, that was our game show portion. We've got a whole lot more Housing Live coming your way. We're going to be talking with Dave Kloeber. We're going to be talking with Emmanuel Isaacoff. But first, we got some videos to roll for you. We're going to show you another video about the village. We're going to take a look inside, and I got another video about living here on campus. I think you're going to love it. Our next guest is going to be the amazing Dave Kloeber, our Assistant Director for Housing Assignment. So stay with us. More USF Housing Live coming your way right after this.
Imagine
a residential experience designed to support your success as a student. A home away from home, where you can enjoy the numerous amenities our halls have to offer. Imagine living seconds away from your classes, surrounded by beautiful scenery, like-minded peers, and exciting events. With USF Housing and Residential Education, you don't have to imagine. Apply today.
All right, welcome back, everyone. My name is Gregory Bowers, and this is USF Housing Live. If anyone has a question out there, don't be afraid. Go ahead and type it in the comments below the video you're watching, and they'll send them to me right here on the set, and we'll ask them in real time. We're talking with the question master, well, answer master, I guess, Dave W. Kloiber. Dave, how you doing?
I'm good, Greg.
Is your middle initial W?
No.
Okay, good job. You answered that question, I think, correctly. So,
I did.
Dave, a lot of students are out there getting ready to move in. So can you tell us, when does it all begin for fall?
Fall grand opening is on Thursday, August 17th, and begins at 10 a.m. right here in the Marshall Center. And so we look forward to seeing all the students and families arrive that day and for a great opening.
And so I know that you manage the assignments process. And so just tell us, what is the assignments process to a new student who wants to get a space here on campus? How does it all work?
Well, all the assignments begin with first going on to our housing portal, creating an application, submitting the application fee of $50 a day after the application has been posted, and then ensuring that the immunizations and orientation have been cleared, and then the student can go in and actually select their own room.
All right, so they select their own room. That's something
Yes.
new, right?
Yes, it is new for this year. We've had over almost 5,000 people now select their room for the fall, and so we're looking forward to completing the rest of our selections. And the most important thing to know is that they only have another few days until selection's over.
That's kind of a scary thought.
Yes.
When does it end, Dave?
It ends on June 30th.
Oh, so that's coming right up.
Yes, it is.
That's this week.
Hence a few days, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's say someone's trying to get it all done. They need some help. What do they do? Who do they call?
If they need help, they can always contact the assignment office Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and that number is 813-974-0001 because we are the #1 office on campus.
You're darn tootin'. I know study abroad's over there. Chris is not too happy about that, so you're starting some trouble.
Well, they got to come to us first because
Got to get them.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know.
Yeah, we'll handle it like adults. We'll arm wrestle this out, folks. Don't worry. That's how we'll do that. And so, so how else can they contact us? What's the email address?
Email address is very simple, housing@usf.edu. You can comment right now. We can answer those questions for you during the rest of this show. Or you can go to our website at usf.edu/housing.
Okay, excellent. So, so you mentioned that the deadline's coming up, June 30th, for anyone who wants to participate in room selection. So let's say someone just doesn't get everything done by then. Does that mean they're not living on campus or what?
No, that just means that after that date, we'll be assigning them based on the preferences that they can enter into their application after June 30th.
So does the housing application change at a certain point?
The only thing that will change is now we'll add a preference section for what building or style of housing they'd like to live in. Please note that it is a preference, though, not a selection, and so it's really based on what we have available. And as of about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I think we had about 400 to 500 beds still available.
Great, so there is still space available on campus.
Apartment style, suite style, traditional style, we have all the styles available.
That's awesome. And so what about, let's say someone has already done their housing application, but their immunizations aren't in, they're still finishing it up. So what do those students do, because if the application changes, they couldn't put preferences in? How does that work with them?
They can always go in and update their application from the application update form on the application section of our housing portal. But if they haven't completed all their immunizations, they really need to concentrate on 2 particular immunizations for housing. They need to concentrate on hepatitis B and the meningitis vaccines. They're no longer required to have either a vaccine, but they're required to make a decision on whether or not they're going to show proof of vaccination, or they choose to decline to show proof. Once they do one of those two items, that particular immunization will be cleared, and then they'd be cleared to select housing.
Awesome. And so I've got well, it's a question, not question, but I got to share it. As Emerald would like to say, finally, new housing. I loved living on campus. Thank you for your kind words, Emerald. What's this new housing he speaks of?
I think they're talking about the Village.
What's the Village, Dave? Take us through
The
it.
Village is a new complex that we're erecting right now. The first 2 buildings will be opening this fall, including, in addition to those 2 new residential buildings, we'll be opening up a new dining hall and a new fitness area for our students.
Something to share, I'm sure our audience will be appreciative of this, is that one of the things I know it's going to be in the FIT, the Wellness Recreation Center, is nap pods. Is anyone out there interested in like professional napping? Do we have any professional nappers out there? Yeah. So they're going to be nap pods. I don't know how it works. I'm sure they're going to be free. And
I have a feeling I wouldn't fit.
You wouldn't fit in the nap pod? Yeah, Dave is 8 feet tall. It's incredible. And so it's nice. The Guinness Book of World Records people come by from time to time. They're nice people. They take us out to lunch.
Scrunch up.
Yeah, so Dave's actually sitting in the basement right now. And so he just looks like he's on set with everyone else. Rachel has a question for us. Will the Hub and the FIT be open on August 17th? So I can clarify for everyone watching, the Hub is where the 24-hour desk will be for the Village, and it'll be where the dining hall is located. So will those be open on August 17th, grand opening day?
The Hub will be open from the information that I've received. The FIT may open up later on, I believe possibly as late as October 1st. There's just a little bit more things to be done there, but obviously food is more important than the fitness equipment right now. We need to make sure our students can eat, and so we have to have that dining hall open by the 17th.
Great, and so for those wondering, if I have a meal plan on campus and I want to eat at the Hub, but I don't live in Beacon or Summit, can I eat at the Hub?
Definitely. The meal plans will work at the Hub. They'll still work at Juniper Dining, and they'll also work over in Champion's Choice over by the athletic complex for the university.
Awesome. And so Champion's Choice I always remember because they have this like custom special homemade peanut butter. Has anyone had that? Have you been over there? Tried the peanut butter?
Peanut butter's not for me.
Oh, are peanuts an allergy for you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry Dave, didn't mean to threaten you with peanut butter. Okay.
Yes, you did.
But I'm a peanut butter connoisseur, and I believe
my son.
Champion's Choice, really?
Oh, he loves it.
Must be very dangerous at home, I imagine.
I still make the sandwich for him.
Really?
I don't eat it though.
You make the sandwich, do you wear special gloves or something like that?
It won't kill me, it just makes me a little sick.
Okay. Wow. This has been Playing with Fire with Dave Kloiber, everyone. All right. You're a tough cookie, I got to say. And so, so thinking about Beacon and Summit, those are the 2 buildings in the Village. You mentioned a lot of open spaces. Are there any open spaces in Beacon or Summit?
There are. I believe there are a few spaces left in Beacon right now, and there are over 100 spaces left in Summit at this moment.
Wow, that's awesome. And so I know that these buildings are different. We have traditional and suite style. Do you happen to know the breakdown or what might be available?
That
in
I
these
don't
styles?
know off the top of my head. To my knowledge, there should be at least both available in Summit, but there may be more traditional available in Beacon right now than suite style.
Okay, excellent. So now, if I want traditional but I don't want to be in the Village, where else can I go?
For the other traditional offerings, we have Beta Hall and Castor Hall.
Okay, and so let's talk about Beta and Castor. I know I talked about it in orientation with some folks. There's something called the community bathroom.
Yes.
And when people hear community bathroom, they tend to freak out just a little bit. What's that?
There's Brutus with the hose that sprays them down every morning, right?
Well, okay, I know some people have heard there's a guy named Brutus with a hose who says, you know, get up and just sprays you down with a hose. We stopped doing that last semester, okay?
Yes.
We got a lot of complaints.
It was the water pressure,
And
right?
so, well, the water pressure was incredibly high. It was taking the tile off the wall. People's shoes were flying off. And so I don't know why they were wearing full-on tied-on shoes in the shower, but it knocked them off. So we don't do that anymore.
True.
And so
No, they have individual showers.
So it's not like a big room where it's just everyone
It's not
together.
a gang shower, no.
Okay, not a gang shower.
No.
Good. We can check that one off. All right, good. Is there a changing space in the shower?
There are. There's a changing space, and then you go into the shower. They each have curtains, so you don't have to worry about people seeing you change or undress.
Okay, so they have privacy. So you
They
get
do
a
have
private
privacy.
changing stall. Okay. I'm glad we can address that
The
there.
traditional in Beacon and Summit, however, they don't just have a curtain, they actually have a door.
Okay, yeah, they have those go sliding. What are they called? Like a barn door slider, right?
There's a barn door, and there's also a regular swinging door, depending on which shower you're going into.
Very cool. And so what about housekeeping? How often are those bathrooms cleaned for those community bathrooms?
For the traditional, we clean them daily.
Okay, so every day we're going to have someone in there cleaning those.
Yep. For suite style, we will go in there once a week. And for the apartment style, we go there twice a semester. So if you want to make sure you make friends and keep friends, you might want to clean your bathroom more often than that.
Absolutely. I mentioned that in orientation that
Yes.
please make sure you keep your bathrooms clean. So on the topic of community bathrooms, I know I've talked about this with our audience back in Summer Beat orientation, but I don't know if you've heard this, Dave, but we survey students, we talk to them about their experience, what they enjoyed, what helped them make friends, and consistently every year we hear from students the community bathroom is what helped them make friends.
In my 20 years, that's very true.
Why is that? That's crazy for folks.
Because everybody has to go. Everybody eventually has to go to the bathroom, and that's the one place they can do it.
Absolutely. So you're going to hopefully get out of your room and make your way down to the bathroom, right?
They even talk with toothpaste in their mouth. Who knew?
And so, yeah, you meet people on the way to the bathroom, right? And so I invite everyone out there to support each other if you're in traditional style hall. Throw a high five, definitely. Say, using the bathroom, way to go, me too. Okay, we all do it. And so, but I know it gets you out there, gets you walking around the building and meeting people. And so, why is meeting people good, Dave?
Well, we're social people. Humans are social animals, and so when you meet people and you get to know people and you enjoy the people you're with, you're going to enjoy no matter what you're doing. It could be the hardest task in the world, but if you're enjoying the people that you're doing it with, it makes everything better.
Great, thank you, Dave. And I know I've got a lot of Dave questions I've been firing out, but so everyone knows, we also have Chris here from Education Abroad. So for anyone who's just joining us, if you're curious about education abroad, getting an experience outside of this country, traveling overseas, and you want to add that to your USF experience, please know you can send those questions our way. We have the expert right here on the set with us. So if you want to know about studying abroad, let us know. Manny's also here, our resident assistant. You can learn more about being an RA, becoming an RA, or who this RA person is, or where do I get my own Green Man suit? Oh, that's a big question. Are we going to allow someone else to be Green Man? Is that even legal?
No.
He's got to graduate eventually.
No, he
so
doesn't.
yeah, he's got to.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Does he go to class? I hope you do, Manny.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, that's trouble. All right. So moving on from Manny, but we'll be speaking with Manny in just a moment. I've got a question here from Adeline who'd like to know, what is the difference going to be between the normal recreation center and the FIT?
Really, it's what's being offered. The rec center, the main rec center, has multiple gyms and multiple fitness areas. It has a large indoor pool. You're not going to get all of that at the FIT. The FIT is technically a satellite of the rec center. I believe you're going to have the free weights and some machines. There will be a pool, but it's going to be more of a relaxation pool than a lap pool, to my knowledge. But you won't have everything available that the rec center would have, but there will be some classes there taught, spinning and so on, I imagine will be there as well.
Awesome. So Adeline, I want to add on to that as well. Dave mentioned this, there is going to be the pool. It's a resort style swimming pool, and that means it's zero entry. What that means is it's going to be just like going to the beach. And so you can just tiptoe in millimeter by millimeter into the pool, or just have your friends kind of slide you in, whatever you want to do. We're going to have lounge chairs all the way around the pool deck there. And so it's going to be very Florida resort. So you're here in the beautiful Florida sun. You can take a dip right there in the zero entry pool. So that's going to be available in the FIT, but not until October. So good things take time. Just got to wait a little bit longer for that. So that's great, Dave. That's great. Are there other things that when we think about parents and preparing for this transition? Because we have a number of parents who watch the show. They're getting ready. They're out there shopping. What things should they be considering as far as what they need to buy or what they need to coordinate with their future roommates for their children?
That's one of the most important things, is coordinating. If your student is sharing the space, you don't need two 45-inch TVs. You don't need two refrigerators. You don't need two microwaves. You want to find out who's going to bring what. With today's technology, you don't even need a TV anymore. You can watch it on your tablet, your phone, your laptop. Maybe you want a monitor that each roommate can share to maybe broadcast from their tablet or their computer to the TV and have that as a large viewing screen, but usually you'd watch on your computer. There are a lot of options there. Remember about where your student's going to place everything. We do have adjustable height beds in most, if not all, of our buildings, and so there will be space to do storage under the bed, but if you're going to bring 4 seasons worth of clothes, we're in Florida, so there aren't 4, there's only like 2 or 3, but you need to remember that you need to be able to store all that you're bringing. All
right, excellent, Dave. And so I like the shameless plug too about Philo. Philo is 72 high-definition channels for all of our residents. Watch on any of your devices, and it includes a 20-hour DVRs for all of our residents. So, Dave, thank you so much for coming on the program tonight. Let's hear it for Dave Kloiber, everybody.
Thank you, Greg.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll be back.
We will definitely have you back. And so our next guest is going to be my arch nemesis, Emmanuel Isaacov, the resident assistant. But first, we've got a little video about the USF Racing Team. This is a student organization that designs, builds, and races a race car every year. It's incredible what they do. Stick around with us. We have more USF Housing Live coming your way right after this.
We are here at the shop where all the design and manufacturing happens. The goal of the team is to apply what we learn from the classrooms into real-life applications.
We design, manufacture, and test and compete a formula-style vehicle every year.
But I really believe that everyone should be in charge of every single activity and understand every single role.
Every time I come to the shop, I learn something new. You get out of it what you put into it. You truly do.
It's a good place to learn what you won't learn in the classroom.
You should join this team because it is a phenomenal opportunity. You learn so much. Even if you're not going into engineering, it is still a fantastic opportunity.
It is the epitome of true engineering, and exactly probably the best thing that's happened to me since I came to college.
At the end of the day, we finish with a car which represents a lot of our dreams. You start every year with empty hands and a bunch of dreams, and you kind of have to make them your reality.
I'd like a student who comes in who has an unquenchable thirst for excellence. They won't settle for anything but the best. Go Bulls!
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are talking with the amazing Emmanuel Isaacov over here. Can I call you Manny?
Yeah, sure. You can call me Manny.
Excellent, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here. Okay.
Glad to be here, Greg. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's right. He's a quick one. All right, so I call you my arch nemesis. Why is that, Manny?
Because I'm better than you in every conceivable way.
Whoa, them be fighting words. Okay, all right. So, Manny, you're kind of popular with our incoming students in the 2021 group. And so just before we get into some questions, what is the USF Class of 2021 group?
It's a Facebook group for the class of 2021, rather. You sort of answered your own question there, Greg. Keep up. But yeah, it's an amazing resource for, incoming freshmen to socialize, talk, get to know each other, ask questions, of course. There's like questions pouring in every day. It's a really cool thing that, I underutilized my freshman year, so I highly encourage everybody to join up.
Underutilized is the word I'd use to describe you. So I'm going to ask you this question slowly. What is it that you do here, Manny?
I am a part-time green person and part-time resident assistant. I occasionally go to class and study and all that fun stuff, but mostly it's just being green and being an RA. That's sort of where I leave my responsibilities.
So serious question for you can tell us. What is the RA role here on campus?
The RA role it's described by many as one of the premier leadership roles on campus for a student. It's basically being a resource, a mentor, a guide for all residents of all ages living on campus in any of the residence halls. You're there to help them with academics, with personal issues, help them immediately if they have a concern right there that day. You're also there to ensure safety, ensure that rules are being followed, at night nobody props the doors. If you do that, don't be that guy. But yeah, it's basically just being there and being a resource for all the residents.
Awesome. And so tell us, what was it that made you want to become an RA?
That was actually my own RA my freshman year living in Castor Hall. His name was Martine, if anybody knows him, but he was a huge inspiration to me. I didn't know too many people when I was coming into USF. Like I said, I didn't use the class page Facebook groups. I didn't even know they existed until after I came to campus. And I just didn't know too many people. My RA made sure that I felt welcome. He connected me with all the resources I need to be successful. So he inspired me to go on and carry on the legacy, basically.
Awesome. That sounds really heartfelt, but also like you just weren't paying attention, Manny. We got to get you to pay attention. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, Greg.
Oh, I went there. All right. So
I see how it is.
Tell us, what are some of the most rewarding parts of this job?
Some of the most rewarding parts of this job are the connections you make that stay with you through your academic and professional career. Like my RLC, which stands for Residence Life Coordinator, they're the RA's bosses, but they also are in touch with their community and plan events and stuff for everybody living in the residence halls. My RLC, my freshman year in Castor, where I was living, is actually now my boss. So sort of going full circle from living in her community to being in her community and working for her is just, it's amazing. It's, you know, I wouldn't have called that my freshman year. And also just knowing that you help residents, you know, hearing a resident say like, wow, you made a big impact in my life, that's always its own reward.
Awesome. And so, so here's a question I want to ask, and I'm sure you were the challenging roommate. So what are the biggest challenges students need to overcome if they have to live with a Manny?
Honestly, the golden rule is sharing is caring. Be considerate. A very good rule that I generally tell people.
Is that what you said when you eat some's food out of the fridge? Like, sharing is caring.
I never did that. That was my roommate actually did that. That was my biggest pet peeve. The best golden rule of thumb always is if you didn't pay for it, don't touch it. That's just the best way. If you didn't buy it and bring it into the room, don't touch it unless you have permission. And just learn to share, learn to get along. And this is also a really big one. If you have a problem with your roommate, just tell them. Be nice about it, but it's better to tell them instead of just keeping it bottled down and saying, oh, it's no big deal, and then like a month later it becomes a big deal. Deal with the problems immediately and learn how to share, and everything will be fine.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we've got our Summer Bee students out there in the audience, and so the one thing we want to avoid is Post-it notes. Please don't put Post-it notes on everything to communicate. No one likes that, and so I'm glad that you mentioned that. Just immediate communication, being direct is great. We're going to take a short break, but we're going to come back. We're going to have time for more discussion with all of our guests, including Manny, if you want that experience. And so if you have questions, go ahead and send them our way. We've got more USF Housing Live right after this.
Think about your first time in college. I couldn't wait to move in and put up my decorations. I think it's safe to say that moving in is one of the most exciting parts of the college experience, and Bull Hall gave me a chance to do that early and for free and be ruler of the hallways. I'm just kidding. But I did feel special already being a part of something that massive on grand opening day. Everybody coming in, seeing me in the exclusive t-shirt, knowing I'm a part of something that put this whole day together for the entire campus. The commitment or the actual work part of it was only a 4-hour shift, but everything that came before and after honestly made me feel like it was all just a big hangout full of free food and swag and free food. The training session with the hilarious short film, stuffing our faces with pizzas right after, the smoothie social where you get to spray paint Gregory Bowers' hair green. We basically had the best head start on college. That's why I volunteered both the years that I was here, and now I get to be coordinator. My honest advice to you guys is to not miss out on this opportunity. I want you to apply for Bull Hall.
Imagine a job where work feels more like fun, where you can enrich the lives of residents and be closely involved with the USF community. A job that allows you to build your skill set and learn every day. Imagine working with a department that staffs over 300 student employees. With USF Housing and Residential Education, you don't have to imagine. Apply today.
Welcome everyone, welcome, welcome. My name is Gregory Bowers, you're not. We've got a number of great experts here ready to answer your questions, and I've already got a few that have been coming in. So remember, we have got Chris Haynes from Education Abroad, David Kloiber from Housing Assignments, and Manny Isakoff, who's a resident assistant. So you're all going to have an RA when you live here on campus. Great person to talk to, so if you have any questions, please send them our way. Before we go back to Manny, I do want to ask some questions here, and it looks like a Dave question. So Cindy would like to know, Dave, is the only option for freshmen Castor Hall?
No, actually, all the buildings are available to our first-year students with the exception of Cypress Apartments, C and D.
All right, so you heard it from Dave. And so Cindy, anywhere on campus but Cypress Apartments is open to you, so definitely check them all out. usf.edu/housing. Choose housing options, then suite, apartment, or traditional style, and you can explore all the buildings on our beautiful campus. Definitely take a moment and check those out. So I want to bounce back to Manny here and talk to you for just a moment here and talk more about the relationship between residents and their RA. So what can a resident expect from their RA living on their hall?
A resident can expect a lot of events, a lot of one-on-one talk, pretty much. It's our job to get to know our residents more than just a name and a door number. Like, we go out of our way to sort of build a relationship between all of the residents and all of the floors, and even as far as all of the buildings. So a good way to sort of, like, you know, have a great experience living on campus is, you know, talk to your RA, any questions that you have them, and even if you don't have any specific questions, just be like, hey, what's some fun stuff to do? What's some cool offices to check out? You know, just stuff like that, because your RAs are going to be a wealth of knowledge, pretty much.
Awesome. Yeah, I like to remind folks that the RA is someone who's been there and done that, just like you. And so you've gone through it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of students already are asking that question of, how do I become an RA? So Manny, how does that work? Can they become an RA? Can they apply in their freshman year?
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually get that question all the time. People actually come up to me and they're like, oh, well, you can't apply in your freshman year, right? That's absolutely not true. You can apply in your freshman year. Usually in the latter half of the fall semester, they open up the application, and it's usually open, in my experience, for several months. So you got to go in there, you got to complete the application. They change it up all the time, but it's usually a fairly simple application to get through. So just go on there, apply, and don't second guess yourself. Anybody can become a great RA, and a great RA can come from anywhere. So if you feel like you've got what it takes, just go for it and apply.
I'm glad you mentioned that. If Manny can become an RA,
it's true.
Anyone can become an RA,
it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Not really true. And so I like to joke with Manny, but actually an excellent student, very involved. And so let's hear it for Manny. Everyone show him a round of applause. He's definitely been a very good sport with us. I'm sure he's not done harassing me in the class of 2021 group.
No, not even close.
Not at all. So I got a question here for Chris. We were talking about education abroad at the top of the program. And so something I'd like to ask you, Chris, is what are the things that hold people back? When they talk about studying abroad and they say, this is a barrier to me, what barriers do you hear about most often from our students?
Well, the biggest thing that comes to mind is finances. Students just inherently think it is an expensive endeavor, and it's not necessarily the case. We want to talk with students about their financial aid packages. We want to talk to them about their scholarship opportunities to make this a manageable experience, because it is something that students continually come back and say, it changed my life. It totally changed my career trajectory. It opened up grad schools for us. So things like that we want to bring to light to our students, and we don't want finances to become a barrier.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that. Let's hear a round of applause for all of our experts tonight. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Hope to have you back again soon. Folks, we got a whole lot more Housing Live coming your way, but first some videos we're going to roll for you. So more show. Housing Live will be right back after this.
Imagine living in a place where learning is an everyday activity, where academic resources are abundant and your peers motivate you to do your best work. Imagine living in a community of like-minded individuals that work to support one another. Imagine finding home in a living, learning community. With USF Housing and Residential Education, you don't have to imagine. Apply today.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an honor to serve you in this capacity. USF Housing Live is brought to you by Housing and Residential Education. We are the best place to live, the best place to work, and the best place to learn. We have another episode coming your way on Monday, July 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to join us. Ask us any questions during the show. We answer you in real time. I want to say a special thank you to all of our folks here in the studio audience. They've been great. Give yourselves a round of applause, audience. It's fantastic. A special thank you to our all-student crew, and I got to say a shout-out to Dasha Antipova, who's right behind the camera there, who put all of this together. What a wonderful job, Dasha. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful being here for you. But, folks, I'm forgetting something. There's just one last thing. Go Wolves! We'll see you next time. Goodbye.